Hey fam, how y'all doing? This is gonna be my new little family. So, like I said in my last video, I want to start journaling, my lessons, the lessons God's teaching me in my life. I'm in the middle stages of life, and it's like I'm at a place where I'm like rewiring who I used to be to manifest and become the woman that I want to be, right? And I've accomplished so many internal goals that I've achieved for myself where, you don't necessarily get no material accolades for the progression. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about, and one of the lessons that I wanted to talk about today, had to do with relationships. God taught me a lot when it came to the last relationship I was in. I was in a relationship for a while, and it was getting toxic, and the toxicity was a contribution from both of us. But I'm the one who basically finalized and said, you know what, enough is enough. This is not going to work for us no more. When I left that relationship, for a very, 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 very long time, I would say at least the first maybe 2 years, because they say the amount of years that you're in a relationship is going to take you sometimes at least half of that time to really, really heal from that relationship. So this is like year 2, and I was doing a lot of pointing the finger at my ex, like he was the problem, until I came across a video of my bad behavior, of me being toxic towards him. And it woke me up about my behavior. I was watching a lot of videos describing the courage to leave a relationship, the benefits of leaving a relationship, how to heal from a relationship. And while I was watching those videos, I was also talking to God because I had no distraction around me. I had no friends to talk to and vent to. I had to cut everybody off. Like I said, this is like year 2. This is not within the first year, because with the first year, I still got a whole bunch of people in my ear. I'm still talking to a lot of people now. When God is really, really working on your life, he cuts a lot of people off, and you get into this hermit kind of mode in life for a little while. Because you're aligning yourself with God's word, right? You're aligning yourself where you can't hear nobody else talk to you but God, right? When you're not talking to no one, and I'm talking about people who have isolated themselves and really, really kind of go into this healing cocoon, you know exactly what I mean by that. And when I got there, God was able to really, really point out the toxic ways that I had within myself. And I was like, wow. It was a little shocking to the ego, because it was like, wow, I thought I was the victim. Hold up. I'm the predator too? Wait a minute. And I had to take a look at myself. So what made me create this video, I was watching a Tony Gaskins video today, and he was talking about relationships, and he made a statement about what men do and how men test women when they're in a relationship. Like, you have grown boys, he said. He was putting men in different categories, but he was just talking about the majority of men, not every single man, but the majority of men, especially men who don't have a disciplined, healthy relationship with God. He was talking about, how they want to test you. They're going to test to see how far it's going to take to make you break. They want to see you break and sweat. And then once he sees you break and sweat and you leave, and then he begs you to come back and you come back, you basically have become this mattress that he can pounce on. You know, he becomes his therapist. You become all these different things, right? And I thought about how that's also reciprocated. Like, even though you may be receiving that from the man, as a woman, we be giving it out too, right? But we may give it out in a different kind of way. We may give it out in a way where when we talk to a man, we talk to a man in this kind of condescending, disrespectful type of tone. Like, he ain't nothing, right? Like, that might be a woman's way of letting out her toxicity that she has that lives inside of her. So what I realized and what I've learned and what God has taught me is that I don't care what list you create about what type of mate or partner you want. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care what's on that list. If everything that's on that list as far as the person that you want to be with, and you're none of those things, you're not going to attract that. You literally attract who you are. Water seeks its own level. You attract who you are. And that's why it was a really, really big lesson for me to get in that previous situation with my ex, because it was just like, wow, I really had to work on ways that I was toxic, right? And now that I have a healthier relationship with God, and I'm still working on maintaining and even building a stronger relationship with God, you know, I have a new, not going to say, I am going to say a newfound respect for a man, because coming from a single mother household, and my father dying at a very young age, I didn't really watch a woman respect a man. I didn't watch that. I didn't see that at all. So I knew nothing about it. So I just learned the value of how you communicate with your romantic partner when you're disappointed or you're upset about something in a healthy way, as opposed into this condescending, rude way, and think that you're going to get some type of result, or at minimum a positive result, right? So I've learned a lot. I'm thankful that God has allowed me to just be with him where there was no noise around. And when I say no noise, I literally mean no noise. It's just me and God rocking and rolling. So what I suggest to anyone who is seeking a healthy relationship, okay, that man or that woman is going to have a healthy relationship with God. Having a healthy relationship with God, you automatically know how to treat people. You do. God teaches you that. He created you. You have batteries that's included. There's certain things that come included with you that you ain't got to come out here and learn. It comes included in you because God created you, and that's what you come with. So, you know. Maybe you haven't practiced. Maybe you haven't put it into place. Maybe you haven't made it a part of your daily practice or your character. But if you want to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be in a healthy relationship, one, with yourself, because that's having a healthy relationship with God. And you have to really, really be in a place where you have effective communication skills, right? Because that's one of the main things that you're going to be dealing with in any relationship is communication. And if you and your mate can't communicate right, I don't care how great the sensual chemistry is, if that communication ain't right, it's going to create a toxic foundation. It just is. So I'm glad that I've got that lesson. I'm glad God talked with me, walked with me, helped me understand the man. That's one of the reasons why I watch Tony Gaskin is to learn to understand a man, how to process what he goes through and how he deals with women and what he considers to be love and what's not love to him, and how this is for recreational purposes only, and how just a lot of things that I just didn't get an opportunity to learn. So if you don't know who Tony Gaskin is, you should check him out. And I think you'll definitely be intrigued by his message. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you once again for just taking the time to listen. Maybe you learned something. I'm hoping that you did. That's the whole reason why I'm here. And I'm also journaling, is not only to teach myself, but to teach you as well. And hopefully you learned something. I enjoyed you. I appreciate you. And you have a wonderful day. Later.